How's it, guys? So I didn't have a chance to actually get some video of the capture of the snake. Unfortunately, that was one of those moments where there were quite a few people around, and when you have a big Cape Cobra sitting in your house, yeah, the priority is obviously to catch the snake. So I've got the snake in a little bucket right next to me on the seat, my little passenger, and I'm just on my way to go and release it somewhere a little bit more suitable, just away from those properties directly, a little bit higher up in the mountain. So let's get to the next destination, and I will show you this beautiful Cape Cobra. Okay, so here I am. I've arrived at the spot where I'm going to release it. It might seem a little bit close to home, but obviously, you know, these whole mountains are these snakes' habitats, and they are here all the time. We just don't notice them very often. So there have been studies that have shown that if you move a snake, even sometimes more than 3 kilometers, 10 kilometers, that very often they don't survive. So we try to release them as close to the area where we've caught them, but obviously not right in the same place where there's a chance of it going back, but definitely within the same habitat, and preferably on the same mountain or in the same area where we found it. So I'm just here. Obviously caught it down in town, and now I'm on top of the hill, away from the houses, but also in a very similar habitat. So the snake doesn't have a huge readjustment process. Anyway, enough of me talking about the snake. Let's have a look at this guy. Alright, so for me this is almost like unveiling a Christmas present. What's inside the box? Well, you guys know already, and in typical fashion, some newspaper gives the snake a little place to hide away and feel just a little bit more secure. So I'm going to just remove that so you can see who our friend is, and isn't he a beautiful creature? I'll be a little bit nervous now because he's obviously been in a house full of predators, according to him. And just while we are actually having a look at it again, just take note of how broad the head is, from just behind the eyes to the start of the neck. There really is a very broad, pronounced head over here, from there until there. It's very difficult to see if a snake's moving, obviously, but that is a distinguishing feature when looking at the Cape Cobra if you're comparing it to a mole snake. The mole snakes have a much narrower head on top. Although they don't have small heads, the head does seem short and stocky in a mole snake, that is. Whereas in the Cobra it's a lot more broad and blunt. Another thing actually to look out for, in the Cobra is the tip of the tail. If you have a look there, this one's not as pronounced, but very often they have a dark tip to their tail, whereas the mole snakes will be quite uniform in color. So that's another thing to look out for. You know, if the snake is moving quickly, you might be able to pick that up. There are some other differences, but they're not so easy to tell. So, right, let's get this guy out. It's more than likely just going to flee because he's freaked out. He actually wants very little to do with me, so I'm gonna let it do its thing and just move through the bushes here, and let's see. Now I can hear it, but I can't see it. And so that's it, really. Quite uneventful release. The snake has done exactly what it prefers to do, and that is to flee instead of fight. It's in these bushes here somewhere. It's got a perfect spot there where it'll be able to hide, and predators won't be able to get to it. And tomorrow it can possibly start its search for a new perfect habitat, although there's lots of bushes and things here where it can hide away. So another snake saved today, and that's it from me. Thanks for watching.